Hey everyone, welcome to BUSN 3500 Global and Ethical Issues in Business number 1. My name's Dustin Smith. I'm based at the home campus here in St. Louis. And so I just wanted to take a second to welcome you all to the course, okay, and then make sure that we're all on the same page here so we can get off on the right foot. All right, so this is just a 1 credit hour course. Okay, so let me say first off that while the workload is comparatively light to your other courses, okay, I do think that we cover quite a few rather interesting topics here. Okay, within these short 5 weeks. Okay, so basically the purpose of this course and how it fits into the degree is we're trying to give Webster students not only a global focus with their education, okay, not only in your business courses, but for those of you that have gone here for your undergrad or other global citizenship courses and things like that, okay, but then also expose you to some ethical issues, okay, particularly in business. And so that's the purpose of this course and its sister course, BUSN 4500, Global and Ethical Issues 2. Okay. So over these 2 courses, essentially what we're going to be looking at is a global phenomenon in business, okay, and then a subsequent ethical issue as well. And the way I've designed this course is, okay, to each week we're going to be covering a particular issue and then covering an ethical framework with which you're going to apply, okay, and analyze this particular issue. All right, so I just want to take a second here to kind of go over the various weeks of the course, okay, and then basically what's expected. All right, so week 1, Pestel framework and ethics. So if we click on here, okay, and go to the next module here, all right, you'll see just a brief overview of what we call the Pestel framework: the political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and then a legal environment of the general business environment. And basically what you'll see here is that it's essentially what we look at when we're analyzing the external environment and changes in the external environment. Okay? So the things that we're going to look at over not only this course but the next course, okay, can all fit into some part of the Pestel framework. Okay? Either it's a technological driven change, it's a political change, okay, a legal change, or even an economic change or something like that. Okay? And then how they bring about their own ethical challenges. All right, so this week, basically looking at, I just have 2 short articles for you that I want you to consider. So emerging global trends, values and tensions, ethics away from home. So just kind of giving you a short primer this week about global issues and then how things like global business, especially in this values and tension, ethics away from home article, can create different ethical challenges. Right? So each week we're going to have just 1 discussion. Okay, and for those of you that have taken online courses before, this should be a pretty familiar format. Essentially what you're doing with the discussion is posting your response by Wednesday, right, and then posting a couple of follow-up replies by Saturday of that same week. And essentially what I'm looking for with your reply is a thoughtful answer to the questions that's been posed, okay, and then some subsequent detailed responses to your classmates here. All right, so for week 1, the Pestel framework, all I'm looking for, okay, is for you to consider the Pestel framework, okay, within the context of a business that you're familiar with. All right, so for example, you can choose or discuss any business or industry presented with an opportunity or threat because of change in the general environment. All right. So, for example, you could talk about how I think I gave Netflix. Yeah, Netflix as an example here. Okay. Well, so there was a change in the technological environment, okay, that allowed Netflix to really switch from being a DVD by mail company to a creator of and a distributor of really, really great award-winning content. And that change in the technological environment was, the addition of broadband internet connections for a lot of consumers. It really opened up that marketplace. Okay, so as we look at week 2 and then week 3, okay, we're going to be looking at things like how technological changes, legal changes, which has led to globalization, actually brings about some ethical challenges, okay, for businesses. So, for example, next week, okay, here, let me pull up the discussion. Okay, next week, okay, when we look at international business, okay, we are going to be looking at the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, and then I have a short news article about Walmart in Mexico engaging in bribery. All right. So we also have a reading about utilitarianism. So I'm going to ask that you use utilitarianism, okay, to craft your particular argument for this case. Okay, and I'll be working with you. I know if you haven't had experience with a ethics course before, or you haven't, or it's been a while or something like that, a lot of these can be kind of difficult, especially in weeks 3 and weeks 4 when we go over virtue ethics and then deontology. Those can be a little scary to kind of wrap your head around. Okay, but I assure you, once we go over it a little bit, okay, it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so as far as the assignments go, that's basically it. Just making sure that you're answering the discussion question each week. You're responding to your classmates. Okay? And then finally, in week 5, and I will post this case study. We don't have any new content. Instead, we have a real-world case study, okay, about a mining business, okay, that is in kind of an ethical dilemma. Right? And have you read over that case, post your analysis to that particular case, and then critique the analyses of other students here. Okay, so rather straightforward, and then pretty simple. Let's see here. As far as the syllabus goes, I'll have to post my contact information here. I'll post my email address. I will post my my other contact information, my office phone, my cell phone number. So feel free to send me a text, give me a call, or something like that. It's honestly the best way of reaching me. If you are in the St. Louis area, you can stop by my office. It's EAB 342. Okay, I'd be happy to meet with you guys and talk about these various issues here. All right. So I'll be getting back in touch a little later in the week, okay, just to see how everybody's getting along here. And then other than that, just let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, keep in touch. Thanks so much.